Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Yunus Arzukowo. I'm from the Geography Education Study Program, Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. In this very nice occasion, let me deliver our latest research entitled Using UAV Photogrammetry Data to Increase Pre-Service Geography Teachers Coastal Area Spatial Literacy, or CASL. Here our background. Geography education is critical for educating future teachers to teach in-depth understanding and knowledge of the environment and worldwide geographic circumstances. So, spatial literacy is essential to knowing geography, especially in coastal environments. Spatial literacy in coastal areas is critical for teachers, particularly in geography. It is crucial for geography teachers to master because they are part of the Indonesian secondary school geography curriculum. However, variances in the use of technology, media, and instructional materials for spatial literacy in coastal areas have yet to be broadly adopted by geography teachers. Aerial photography is one of the data generated by UAV drones, and it is frequently employed in numerous fields, such as mapping and then spatial planning and so on. According to previous research, data from UAV capture is still rarely used for coastal topics, particularly by pre-service geography teachers or teacher candidates. There are our research questions. The first is there a difference in coastal area spatial literacy abilities after and before receiving treatment with aerial photos obtained by UAV drone? And the second is there an increase in coastal area spatial literacy abilities after receiving treatment with aerial photo obtained by UAV drone? And our research purposes, the first purpose, analyzing the differences in coastal area spatial literacy abilities of pre-service geography teachers before and after receiving treatment using aerial photography resulting from UAV acquisition. The second purpose of our research, increasing the coastal area spatial literacy abilities of pre-service geography teachers before and after receiving treatment using aerial photography resulting from UAV acquisition. This is our location of Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, one of the best private university in Indonesia. And this is a quantitative study with an experimental design. The experimental design in this study was one group pretest and post-test with a single sample group. This design only involves one group being watched at the pretest stage, followed by treatment and post-test. The population in this study were students of Geography Education Study Program at Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, and then the sample determined was one Indonesian Marine Resources course class consisting of 55 students who were determined using a purposive sampling technique. This class was chosen as a sample because this class is required to take the Indonesian Marine Resources course. This is the indicator of the number of questions of our instruments. And the analytical technique utilized in this study is adapted to the problem formulation and hypothesis. Inferential statistical analysis compared differences in CASL understanding among geography education students or pre-service geography students before and after aerial photography treatment. To meet the research aims, the homogeneity test was utilized to compare large and small variants, and the normality test was performed by graphing the frequency distribution derived from calculating the final score. Assume the data are normally distributed and homogeneous. In that case, the t-test compares differences in understanding before and after treatment. Still, the Mann-Whitney test is employed when the prerequisite tests are not made. Furthermore, the test result data that students have completed is then analyzed using the normalized gain or N gain to determine whether or not there is an increase in students' cognitive learning outcomes after receiving treatment. This is our research conceptual framework. And this is our experimental design. We were using one group pretest and post-test design. And this is the data analysis. We were using Mann-Whitney for pretest and post-test differences if it does not meet the prerequisite test as normality and homogeneity. Let's go over to the next part. It is results and discussion. The first result is the differences in coastal area spatial literacy abilities after and before receiving treatments. This is the figure of distribution of pretest and post-test score by results. Differences in coastal area spatial literacy abilities before and after aerial photography treatment resulting from UAV capture can be identified by data analysis utilizing the Mann-Whitney test, which compares pre-test and post-test scores. The Mann-Whitney test was employed since the prerequisite test results indicated that the data was not normally distributed or homogeneous. It can be seen that the increase in coastal area spatial literacy abilities is very different, namely in the pretest with an average 71.18. In contrast, the post-test with an average of 83.45 proves a difference in scores between the pretest and post-test scores of 12.27. Further tests will be carried out on the pretest and post-test scores for coastal area spatial literacy abilities to strengthen this assumption. And then the output results of the variance normality test show that the significance of pretest score data is 0.002 and the post-test is 0.001, and the null hypothesis is rejected because the significance level is less than 0.05. So the normality test findings showed that the pretest and post-test data did not follow a normal distribution. The homogeneity test finding of less than 0.05 indicated that the data variances are not homogeneous. The preparatory test revealed that the data was neither normally distributed nor homogeneous. So non-parametric statisticals, specifically the Mann-Whitney test, were used for this study. This is our research hypothesis. There was no significant differences in coastal area spatial literacy abilities after and before receiving treatment with aerial photos obtained by UAV, and there is a significant difference in coastal area spatial literacy abilities after and before receiving treatment with aerial photos obtained by UAV. And the Mann-Whitney test revealed that the significant value less than 0.05, indicating that the hypothesis is accepted. Thus, there is a difference between the pretest and post-test scores. Because of the significant differences, the problem formulation in this study is addressed. The use of aerial photography resulting from UAV data acquisition is effective in improving the CASL abilities of prospective geography teachers in Geography Education Study Program, Universitas Muhammadiyah, Surakarta. And here we have the second result, increase in coastal area spatial literacy abilities after receiving treatment. Table 6 showed that the improvement occurred in medium category with an average score of 0.40. Using aerial photograph resulting from UAV acquisition can significantly improve all students' CASL skills. It happened because the increase occurred for all students from various categories or groups based on the prior knowledge, namely the low, medium, and high groups, to see the gain score for each group. And the low group experienced an increase in CASL ability in the low category with an average score of 0.11, and the moderate group experienced an increase in CASL ability in the moderate category with score 0.39. Furthermore, different things happen in the high group, which experience an increased ability to the high category with a score 0.74. It can be assumed that the aerial photography treatment to improve CASL abilities is effective for all groups, but very effective for groups in the high category. And actually in Indonesia, secondary school students are taught about coastal areas through geography classes. It is particularly suitable since coastal areas are material objects of geography and would benefit from spatial analysis by the formal object of geography science. However, increasing literacy in coastal communities is difficult because the curriculum only covers high school level topics, and geography instructors' literacy has yet to be tested. This is the base of the high school curriculum. This is the element. There are two process skills and concept understanding, and this is the learning outcome. We got it from the degree of the head of the Educational Standards, Curriculum and Assessment Agency of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, Indonesia. These studies aerial photographs captured by UAV exhibit a high spatial resolution. As a result, they are assisting future geography teachers in understanding the morphology of the Earth's surface, topography, physical boundaries, and dynamics of coastal areas in Indonesia. Respondents expressed the following opinions. The appearance of objects in aerial photos looks more realistic in field because of the high resolution and iconic. And the second respondent said that the spatial resolution of the aerial photography used is very high, so the object is visible. And moreover, the third respondent said that the quality of aerial photography is excellent, so that identification of coastal area zoning can be made more easily. According to the following respondent, the combination of this type of aerial photography aids in interpreting coastal area objects, phenomena, and dynamics, such as landward boundaries, coastal landform, materials, potential dangers or threats, and potential natural resources and projections for coastal area management. The first respondent said that because it displays objects iconically, aerial photography makes it easier to identify typology, geomorphologically process, and the potential of a coastal area. And moreover, the aerial photography is effective because it can be used to see phenomena or object with excellent resolution without going to the location in the field. And this is related to the synthesis, and the capacity to synthesize is highly influential due to the HOTS test, which requires respondents to interpret, analyze, and construct a synthesis. This obstacle affects the opinions of respondents from the high, moderate, and low groups categories. The first respondent stated that my understanding of the details of coastal material is not yet optimal. So it is not optimal when using even detailed aerial photography. And then the second respondents say that I don't understand the basic material, so when interpreting, I feel less successful impacting the synthesis or subsequent analysis. And it is similar with the third respondents that stated that not very familiar with aerial photography or satellite imagery, especially interpretation. So it is difficult to integrate material and aerial photography in analysis. This is based on the findings, we can conclude that aerial photography data from UAV effectively improves prospective geography instructors' CASL skills. The difference between pretest and post-test scores following aerial photography treatment indicates these facts. However, there are variances in how literacy skills are developed dependent on prior knowledge. The highest percentage gain happen in the high class, followed by the moderate and low classes. And this study was solely conducted on a sample group only at the Geography Education Study Program, Faculty Teacher Training and Education, Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta, and because a more comprehensive sample was not used, the finding of this study cannot currently be used as a standard for a literacy or a future geography teacher at other universities. Aside from that, the CASL abilities examined in this study are limited to physical characteristics, dynamics, and potential natural resources, and also potential threats or danger caused by these materials, all of which might recognize via aerial photography. This research has yet to evaluate the material on social culture and maritime law, especially UNCLOS, or United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, with aerial photography. It is believed that subsequent research with larger sample size will yield more complete results. That's it. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.